I'm Maggie Hyde, I'm your host. Welcome, welcome. You guys are a small but mighty crowd. I think the rest of my friends got lost on the way back to Coachella. So I don't know if you guys know, but on this show we have a lottery spot. So if you're an aspiring comedian or think you're funny or your friends think you're funny, you can put your name in this hat and in the middle of the show we'll draw a name out. If you want to come up here, you can try for like 3 minutes to do stand-up. Anybody brave enough? You, sir, are you brave enough?
Maybe.
Maybe? Are you going to put his name in for him?
I'm just going to throw it in for him.
Okay. All right, you guys. I'm so glad you're here. For me, I don't know about you guys, this has felt like a really long week, right? I feel like it should be the end of the week already. So nothing is better than laughing in the middle of the week. And we have an amazing lineup for you. And this is one of my favorite places in the world, the first place I ever did comedy. So I'm so glad you guys are here. Give yourselves a round of applause. Okay, so a little about me. I'm a single mom. Okay, all right. I knew you guys look too happy to be parents. But you know what? It's hard being a parent. I mean, you have to pretend to enjoy all those things your kids enjoy. My kids' birthday parties, play dates, their father. But I do surprisingly well on dating apps, and I think it's because my profile says that I don't want kids. Then they find out it's because I have 4. And I know 4 sounds like a lot, and it is, but I love being a mom. And you know what they say about having kids? It's a lot like making pancakes. First one's kind of fucked up. Probably should have thrown it away. As far as I know, it's still legal to laugh at that joke. But I think having kids is a lot more like eating pancakes. You always regret having your 4th one. In case you guys were wondering, none of my pancakes like that joke. Especially my 4th pancake, and she is so dramatic, you guys. She loves to overuse the word trauma. And just the other day, I was like, Sadie, you are not traumatized because I won't take you to Starbucks. You're traumatized because your parents are divorced. That's right, I've been married twice. Turns out you can actually get worse at something. Living proof. But you know what? Divorce is not so bad, you guys. My girlfriends and I have something we talk about called the divorce diet. When one of us gets divorced, we lose 10 pounds, we look and feel so much better. And I don't think the same is true for men, because I feel like they don't get the same emotional support from their guy friends. I mean, I can't see guys sitting around being like, bro, she was totally dimming your light. Let's go on a cleanse and take a pole dancing class. Dude, it is so empowering. Yeah, I can't see it. So I turned 50 this year, you guys. Yeah, thank you. You know what? I'm really embracing being 50. I'm not lying about it. I'm announcing it to everybody. You know, I feel like that's the thing to do. But if you tell me I look like I'm 50, I'll fucking fight you. But some things are a little unfair. Like, when you get to be this age, it seems like society deems you unfuckable or something. Like, and it's sad because you're the best you've ever been in bed. I mean, you know what you want, you know you can't get pregnant, and you know, it's all good. The other thing I don't like is people keep telling me I should age gracefully. And I'm like, what does that even mean? I guess I'll just gracefully take myself to my next Botox appointment. Oh boy, you guys. You know what? I didn't mind my birthday this year though, because I felt like I'm still young, I'm still vibrant, I'm still dating 26-year-olds. For real. You're looking at me like, no, for real. Yeah, but you know what? It's really sad dating younger guys because you know there's always an expiration date, right? They're bound to say something stupid, do something insensitive, get grounded. But I try to be really romantic with these guys, so I write them all poetry. It's always the same poem, but I really am trying. Would you like to hear it, sir? Yeah? You? Okay. Roses are red, violets are blue. I'm twice your age, but I'll buy an Xbox for you. Yeah. I have been a little concerned. I bought 11 Xboxes this year. None of them were for my children. Shh, don't tell them. Yeah, that's fun. Oh gosh, the other thing that happens at this age is your hormones go crazy. And my doctor actually prescribed testosterone, which is amazing, you guys. It's really been holding out. Testosterone's great. I mean, I feel like a teenage boy, right? I'm moody, I'm breaking out, I'm masturbating in socks. The other great thing about testosterone is it made me lose a lot of weight. And no, it is not Ozempic. I know that's what you were thinking. No. People don't believe me. Testosterone really did that. And it's crazy because people think like losing weight like also shows that like you have your shit together, like the way you look and all that. And people keep saying to me, Maggie, you look so good. What have you done? And I'm like, having a midlife crisis. Yeah. Losing weight is great and all until you get a glimpse of your naked butt in the mirror, right? And then it's a reason to never ever do doggy style again. But you know what? I actually really do like my body, and I feel like fun and sexy. But it's hard not to compare your body to what it was like before, right? And you know, my butt now is kind of like a bouncy house at a kid's birthday party. It's deflated, sad, and you know too many people have played with it. You know what? You look scared, which means you're definitely thinking about my butt. I'm so sorry. Shit. Oh, God. Now I'm thinking about my butt. I'm so distracted. Boy. You know what else happened for my birthday? My 26-year-old son moved back in with me. Yay for me! But you know, it's been great. It's made it a lot easier to hit on his friends. I can say that joke. He's not here tonight. Usually he and his friends come and sit in the front row. They're all missing tonight. I think he's heard too few many jokes. Yeah. But you know, it's been great having it at home. You know, my parenting has evolved. You know, we used to sit down to the table and say grace. Now we say bucket. It's even changed, like, with my younger son, the way I parent him. I used to be like, when are you going to stop smoking weed? And now I'm like, when are you going to come home with weed? That's my way of telling you he goes to UC Santa Cruz. My son is such a stoner. He's 22 years old, and he forgot to get his driver's license. Yeah, he would be here tonight, but he could not get a ride. Yeah, he is really, really woke. And I'm really trying to like up on everything, but it's kind of hard at my age. And I told him, I'm totally fine with a gay son, a bi son, but I'm not fine with a straight son who wants me to call his girlfriend his partner. I mean, I feel like partner's a term that should be reserved for mature people. Like if you're under 35, you have a girlfriend. If you're over 35, you're having an affair. It's been a real role reversal since my 26-year-old son moved back in. You know, at some point, I walked in on all of my teenagers either masturbating or having sex. But the other day, my son Jackson knocked on my door. And you know, he's the kind of psycho who walks in as he's knocking. You know those types. And he got more than he bargained for. And I was really embarrassed. Because my boyfriend and I were doing missionary, and I didn't want him to think we were boring. You know, when we first moved back in, he was sweet because he would share a lot with me, you know. And he told me, you know, Mom, like all the girls I go out with and I sleep with, they all ask me to choke them. And I told one of my girlfriends about this, and she was like, did you tell them that was okay? And I was like, the choking part or the telling me about it part? Yeah, my parenting's changed, and so has like sex ed in school, right? I have a 13-year-old daughter, you know, that fourth pancake. And the other day I was driving her home from school, and she told me that her sex ed teacher taught them what a blowjob was, and even showed them pictures. Yeah, I know. It's like, when did Pornhub become required reading, right? And I was like, I do think she needs to know where babies come from, but I don't think my 12-year-old needs to be contemplating whether to spit or swallow. I guess 12 in LA is like 30 any place else. I bought my daughter tickets to see Taylor Swift, and she sold them to go see Tony Robbins. Yeah. I actually did get her to go see Taylor Swift with me, and I'm like, oh my God, Taylor Swift fans are so nice and wholesome, you guys. I mean, normally if I took my kids to a concert, like I'd worry about them getting roofied or ending up in a mosh pit. But with Taylor Swift, I was just worried we'd leave born-again Christians. I'm not just a mom, I'm also a dog mom. Are there any crazy dog people out there? Yeah? Have you had a dog birthday party?
No.
No? Me neither, me neither. I did give my chihuahua quinceañera. As her adopted mom, I felt like I had to honor her heritage. But you know, I told that joke at a show recently, and a woman told me she gave her dog a wedding. And I was like, wow, that is way too much responsibility. What happens with the divorce? I mean, do you need a pup nub? Sorry, I had to do that dad joke. Now I'll just go back to my mom jokes. But I actually think that my boyfriend is jealous of my dogs, you know, because I home cook their meals, they sleep in my bed, I actually love them. But I don't just have dogs, you guys. I have 3 dogs and 3 cats, which means like I have like the Brady Bunch of animals, right? It's crazy. So I thought we needed a theme song. Would you guys like to hear it? All right. My apologies if my voice cracks. Remember the testosterone. Men, you will have sympathy for me. All right. There was a story about a divorced lady who was bringing up 3 very cuddly dogs. All of them were little bitches, like their mother. The youngest one, a cunt. Till the one day when the lady met 3 kittens who were living out on the streets all by themselves. Now they're all sleeping in her bed together, and that's the way her sex life came right to a halt. It's all their fault. It's all their fault, you guys. All right, one last thing. Who here has been watching all the cult documentaries? Yeah? Which one? Holy Hell? Mother God?
Mother God.
Okay. And there's a new one, the Synanon one, which actually was right here in Santa Monica. That's a new one on Max. I'm obsessed with them. But I think I'm obsessed with cult documentaries because a couple of years ago I was in a self-help group that actually turned out to be a cult. But in my defense, you guys, I was at a very low point in my life. It's called a sexless marriage. And I had just gotten bangs. Yeah. And people always ask me if the cult I was in engaged in like a lot of sexual exploitation. And I was like, no, unfortunately not. If you're going to lose 2 years of your life, you really should get laid. But the cult I was in did engage in excruciatingly long hugs to the point I was like, just put it in already. But you know, you guys should be careful. I mean, there are cults all around us. Just the other day, a girlfriend of mine was talking about this group, and she like gives them money once a month. She does backbreaking work, and she even recruits her friends. And I was like, babe, you're in a cult. And she's like, Maggie, it's CrossFit. All right, we got a great show for you tonight. You guys